How do you define leadership? What has made you the leader you are today, and what will influence you to become a stronger leader in the future? I'd like to take you on a journey through my leadership development. As a child, I looked to my parents as leaders. My parents took care of me, told me what to do, set high expectations for me, and held me accountable for meeting goals. My view of leadership was my parents leading me through childhood. Throughout my younger years, my definition of leadership expanded to school. From the age of 5, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and I looked to my teachers as role models of my future work. They were leaders in the classroom and my heroes. At the time, I didn't think that the leader of the school had anything to do with me. All I knew about his leadership was that it was intimidating to students and teachers. Throughout high school, my view of leadership began to shift. Whether I was participating in clubs, directing one-act plays, or sharing responsibilities for group projects, I began to see that I had the ability to lead small groups of my peers. My favorite teacher of all times also helped me to see that teachers can have a role in shaping the leadership capacity of their students. She helped me see my abilities in the classroom and with my peers. College did not feel like a time of leadership to me, but looking back, I know that I developed a lot of my leadership skills there. Not only was I developing independence, but I also came to see the value in collaboration and in working with people who had the same values I did. Through my student teaching experiences, I saw teachers who used their positions negatively. I saw examples of teachers who felt that leadership in the classroom should be dictatorial and punitive. It was during this time that I realized that not all examples and experiences are positive, and I began to keep lists in my head of things that I would and would not do in my own classroom in the future. I have spent the last 16 years in education learning, relearning, and rethinking what it means to be a leader. When I got my first job, I felt like the leader in my own classroom, but without any belief that I had skills to lead anywhere outside of my little room. I waited for the principal to tell us what to do, or I looked to my older colleagues to lead the way. No one told me that I was a leader or that I had the ability to lead within my new career, so I didn't see the potential in myself. 5 years into my career, I worked with a principal who was a true instructional leader. Not only did she demonstrate new leadership skills that I had never witnessed, but she recognized the leadership capacity in others. She told me what I did well and pushed me to develop and enhance my own leadership skills. She encouraged me to get my administrative credential, but more than that, she modeled the way for me. She was a collaborative leader who truly believed that every member of the school community had an important role in the achievement of our goals of helping all students be successful. After my experiences working with such a dynamic principal, I began to view leadership differently. I saw myself in a leadership role as a teacher and a coach and began to see a vision of my future, where I would step into more leadership roles where I could impact more teaching and learning. When I became a principal, I saw my teachers look to me for the answers, for permission. I quickly learned that part of my leadership role was to develop leadership capacities in others. I worked hard with my staff to get them to recognize their own potential, and for every one of them to take a shared interest in our collective goals. This experience, as well as my current work at the district level, have shaped my new definition of leadership. Leadership is not about one lone individual. In education, leadership must be shared. When an organization has clear goals, common language, and collective ownership, everyone is a leader. As we look to the future, my vision is for everyone to see the leader in themselves and to begin to take an active role in helping their organization reach success for all students. Because it is only when everyone, from students to parents to staff, recognizes their leadership role that we will achieve more than we ever have. In the future, I want to be a leader that affects change not by my individual actions, but by the capacity that I build for others to lead. So that it is not about my name on the letterhead, but the name of our organization and the data that shows we have exceeded our goals that will matter.